which is very few things. So you just go boop, 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 boop. Don't make a big deal out of it because then otherwise you're making it worse. And then...
That makes sense. Don't make a big deal out of it.
Just make it disappear.
I get that.
And then, remember, she treated this area. If she didn't, then we would be making this worse here. We would have like, you don't want any texture to get in the way. Okay, like dead skin or, you know, a zit's height. I know it sounds so weird.
I get it though, it makes sense.
And then you don't want to ever put a lot of things up under your eye. So if you have some discoloration here, she doesn't have any, but like let's say you have really dark circles, the best thing to do is just play a game, a Jedi mind trick here, and treat it by lightening this as much as you can because the light goes in there and then it will reflect out, okay? So you're just gonna make this a little lighter and lighten this up so that the eye is doing most of the work instead of you having product up. I'm gonna use as little as possible. A lot of people don't know how to restrain themselves. So many times I send a girl, I'm like, I'm not available, but you know, somebody, you know, else can do it because it sounds like a really easy job. And they'll take an hour and they'll do the whole face and you know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta just know where to put the things and leave.
Right, yeah, for sure,
and
yeah.
It's a weird thing to convince people is a skill. My biggest regret in the world is not being able to do your makeup for your wedding. And then you had to end up doing it yourself.
Oh my God, the color was not right. The application was not right.
My husband will tell you, I was like, I can't believe I threw it in the wall.
So I made the mistake of trusting the resort.
Of course.
And the girl that did their makeup for weddings. I mean, I figured, you know, she does it, so she's got to be decent, but oh man, yeah, I had to wash my whole face off and start completely over again. Well, which if you've ever put on a full face, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have, that is a lot of work to take that all off and then redo it again. Oh my gosh.
You poor baby. So again, so now if you are a fan of contour, that's when you would, you know, do all this, but she has great structure anyway. See, that's what, it's usually like, I'm so puffy these days. So like if I wanted to, I might go in and be more dramatic, but some people just don't need it. And so what contour really is just making shadows. And so the eye is again, getting a trick, you know, playing a trick on itself. So you're just really gonna wanna go in after and do it for a natural look, I think. Boop. Okay, so now I'm gonna do your eyes. And is there an eye base you love?
No,
okay,
there's not.
I'm gonna grab one. Oh my gosh. Okay, is there another story I can tell you while we're waiting? I'm gonna grab an eye base. Really quick.
Yeah, I'm pretty minimal when it comes to makeup, so I don't normally have a lot of bases.
Only reason I like an eye base is it just makes everything last longer and it won't crease, so people will never ever catch on that you have makeup on. So I'm just putting a little bit right here. Ones that I like are this one by Benefit called Stay Put. And it's excellent, and I use it. I've never ever heard of anybody ever creasing. And you just flatten it out and make it so it makes your eyelid uniform and all one color. But like right now, honestly, most people can't leave the house when their foundation is on, you know, and nothing else, and you really could. So we're already natural still. You got a great eye shape.
Thank you. I did not always have good eyebrow shape.
Why? What happened?
Well,
You overdo it one
I
day?
did. I overplucked. And I think I have Kevin Aquan, sorry, to blame for that one because he started that trend. Do you remember, you guys? Super thin eyebrows.
Yes.
And thankfully for a lot of people, yours grew back, but mine did not. And then they were completely not shaped right. So I had one that was flat and then like one that curved up. So I actually went and I got them microbladed. And that helped a lot.
It's a common story. Yes, I happen to know a great documentary called Larger Than Life, the Kevin O'Quan story that talks a little bit about that trend.
Aha, yep.
Okay, so we're just putting this eggshell base, you could do it with like a pink flavor to it or a beige flavor to it, whatever you like. This one is pretty colorless, so I like it. And that's the first thing you're gonna put on there. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of a taupey color in the crease for you. And I'm using Tarte. I'm using Jet Setter Tartlet. Tarte's great. And just filling in this beautiful space that you have here. Oh my God. Honestly, we need to do a tutorial with you doing glam because we could do so much with this space.
Yeah, I sometimes am not sure what to do because I do have such high lids. No, yeah, is that right? Am I saying this right?
Yeah, they're great.
So there's a lot of, like you said, there is a lot of space to work with. So sometimes I'm not sure like exactly how to contour it in there.
Oh, right.
I used to do this crazy cat eye when I was younger.
You did?
I did.
Pictures.
Yeah, it was intense.
I want to see pictures.
I don't do that anymore.
You know what my thing is open your eyes, and then you're just gonna windshield wipe this area, but so that you can see it. That's what I like to do when I have space, and then you just don't work with so many colors, just one.
Right. Okay.
People just go too far. They're like, I like orange, and then I like red on the orange, and then I like brown, and then I want a little bit of purple in there, and it's like, you just want one thing. Usually I pick lips, but this summer I went crazy with blue eyeliner. So everything else was natural, and then I just did this electric blue eyeliner.
I did a poppy blue, cool.
So just like one thing. Okay. So we're just adding dimension. And then we're gonna add some liner, and my favorite way to do eyeliner is not the pencil, but to wet the brush and do eyeshadow.
I used to do that. Do you find though that it bleeds?
Okay, so yes.
That's the only problem that I have had with doing that.
So that means that you're not wetting the brush enough and being firm enough with it. You gotta be really strict.
Okay.
So you're gonna wet the brush. It's hopefully an angle brush. And then you're gonna snuggle it so tightly, and then it will not move.
Okay.
Close. Another option is gel liner. And the gel liner is unbudgeable, but it's a different look. And guys, I know this is taking so long, but like when you do it on yourself, it's not gonna take long at all. Look up. You see? Great. So that you can see one eye, it looks huge, and the other eye looks normal. We just watched Judy last night. Close. And the makeup in it was great. Uh-oh.
We're filming a video.
Real life people.
Yeah.
So exciting. Are the boys upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
Look up. Okay, so now because we did this with eyeshadow, it's gonna fall a little bit. So we just want to make sure. I mean, yours didn't fall very much at all, but if you're just trying this for the first time, it might really fall. And so you just want to make sure you're cleaning it up. Just take a Q-tip with some eye cream and roll it on by. Close. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of concealer. I'm so glad that you're not shooting the table because I'm very famous for being the world's messiest makeup artist. I literally look like 8th grade, like we're going out tonight all the time. I know I was going out in 8th grade and that girl.
So can we just take a minute to talk about where people do their makeup? I mean, I just have to chuckle because I have this one girlfriend that used to do her makeup and probably still does sometimes in her car.
Yeah, you did that a lot.
Like legit while she's driving. No idea how anybody does that.
At the
Or always does it in like a travel case. So, you know, like in the kitchen or, you know, I'm like, I need to be like in my bathroom, in my environment.
Yeah.
And then I can do my makeup.
I know,
But I do not do makeup on the go.
Okay, what you don't know is I live in New York with 5 inches of space, and I do it where I do my makeup is on the table in the middle of everywhere, like I'm like living in a tenement, and I do it in front of everybody. And in front of Jackson's friends when they're over, and I'm like, guys, I have to go to work. This is going to take a long time. I'm putting my face on. And the fish is so close to my stuff that when it splashes onto me.
Oh,
I mean,
geez.
this is not ideal. Not ideal. I'm just contouring a little bit. No lines. Okay, I got to talk to you about this. So, like, people watch Instagram, and they put the stripes on. So they put a stripe here, they put a stripe here for the highlighter. Then they walk out into real life and it's still stripes, guys. Like,
right, yeah.
No stripes. So just make sure you have a nice brush. You could use one that's angled. You have such great like structure already, but we're just bringing it out just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of blush right here. Boop, 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 boop. And that's where I really go crazy. I like the blush to be noticeable, but I'm making it not noticeable. But I love a pop of color on the cheek. So that's where you can make a choice. That could be your one thing.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people go a little too far on the blush.
Yeah.
Do you ever?
Absolutely.
I mean, I like naturally have rosy cheeks, which is actually part of rosacea that I have.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that I have that flushing. So for me, I always feel like I just need just the lightest amount of blush to kind of...
Look right here. Yes. Well, yeah, but you don't have rosacea anymore. So I'm putting on a primer. This is a L'Oreal primer. I love it.